I'm standing by the newly renovated music building on the Delmar College East Campus. The Delmar College Music Program was one of the first community colleges in the nation to earn accreditation by the National Association of Schools of Music. This fully integrated program incorporates study of music education, performance, theory, sound recording technology, and composition. Another of the outstanding programs available at Delmar now. I'm Amy Mintz, Associate Professor of Child Development Early Childhood at Delmar College. The chairperson for the Department of Music is here. Assistant Professor of Music, Dr. Cynthia Bridges, will tell us about their newly renovated facility. Assistant Professor of English and the Faculty Coordinator of Developmental Education, Erica Bertero, is with us. She'll tell us about integrated reading and writing. Dean of Student Outreach and Enrollment Services, Gilberto Becerra, is back once again to explain how to get enrolled at Delmar College. Students in the radio and television program are back with an all-new Delmar Now update. We've got lots to discuss over this next half hour. Don't go away. This is Delmar Now. Our first guest is an assistant professor of music and also the chairperson for the Department of Music at Delmar College. She holds a Bachelor's of Music degree from Texas State University, a Master's of Arts degree from the University of Hawaii at Manoa, where she earned her Ph.D. Please welcome back Dr. Cynthia Bridges.
Hi.
Hi, thanks for being with us today.
My pleasure.
So the music building has been renovated.
Yes.
Much needed renovation. So
absolutely.
Can you tell us a little bit about how that came about?
Well, I think it was back in 2008. It was certainly before I got to Delmar. I came in 2011, but I think back in about 2008 they did a student tuition bond fund. Mm-hmm. And so the money really came from a collection from the students that was a part of their tuition at that point in time. And the designs and plans were all done before I got here. There were probably a few changes along the way, but really they started and completed in about 18 months, and it's just absolutely wonderful.
Well, that's fabulous. So it's renovated and expanded.
Yes.
So what type of facilities are now in the music building, and how is that being great now for our students?
Well, it is being great. We have 2 brand new classrooms, and we have a brand new computer lab primarily for our SRT students, or sound recording technology students. But generally I think our students, if they're careful about when they go, it's available to them with permission. We also have 2 recording studios, a small recording studio for soloists and for small groups, and a very large recording studio downstairs. Both are absolutely gorgeous, but the large one is it's just breathtaking. We have a large rehearsal room for large instrumental ensembles, and we have backstage facilities for Wolf Recital Hall, which we've never had before.
Oh, fabulous.
Yes.
So you've got some additions and some renovations. Is this going to change the music program in any way, maybe in the courses that are offered?
Immediately, no, but I think in the future we can see some expansion in a couple of areas, and it certainly for now allows us a lot more room to do what we were already doing, and just gives our students the space that they need. Also, I think over the long run, we will probably add some courses. It won't be adding new programs or new degree programs necessarily, but I think there are some courses that we can explore because now we have a little bit more classroom space.
What are some ideas that are generating with these new courses?
Well, I think there's in a couple of areas that we're already offering courses in, like American music is one of our headings that we can offer courses in. We offer history of rock and roll right now. Mm-hmm. I think we could expand that to offer a course in film music.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
And so there are a few little arms that we can reach out and grab in those kinds of directions that will actually help facilitate the core classes for the whole of the student population and not just the music students.
Fabulous, yes. Integrating with everybody, the general population as well. What has been the facility's reaction to this expansion and renovation?
Well, the faculty really love it, of course. It gives them a lot more room to do what they do, and I think it just helps us be a lot happier, and our building old, yes, and old is not always bad, but it was dark and the ceilings were low, and it just kind of felt a little bit like a cave. And so this new part of the building, there's a big, huge window on the second floor, and there's a lot of natural light. And I think just the beauty makes us feel like we are absolutely an important part of this campus community.
I would imagine that would affect then the mood and performance of students as well, too.
You bet.
Practicing in a dark, low ceiling environment versus something that's open and more welcoming and inviting to nature as well too would affect other areas.
We have noticed a definite improvement in our students, and of course that can be attributed to recruiting more students and better students, but I think the building has a lot to do with it.
And what is one thing you're most excited about with the new
One
building?
thing I'm most excited about is the new rehearsal room, because that's my background. Band is my background, and so if I were teaching band, which I'm not, but if I were, that would be the room that's important to me. But it's all very important to me because it's important to me to see the faculty excited and the students excited.
Well, that's fabulous to hear about. Where can someone get more information about the music program at Delmar College?
They can contact the music department at 698-1211, or they can email us. I believe we have a music department email that's linked to our website, so Delmar.edu/music, and there will be a link there to email us and get more information.
Okay, fabulous. Thank you for chatting with us today.
Thank you so much.
We're taking a short break, but when we return, we'll learn about the new Integrated Reading and Writing course. Later on the show, we'll talk with the Dean of Student Outreach and Enrollment Services. Stay with us.
I spent the day in the shade of a tree, thinking how we best to spend this precious time that we've been given. I came to thinking that the best use of my time would be with you.
Just imagine the places we can go together. Delmar College, dreams delivered.
Oh, 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 oh.
Catch the Viking spirit. Nationally recognized and locally focused, Delmar College has been delivering dreams for over 75 years. If Delmar College has touched your life, join the Vikings Alumni Association and help others achieve their dreams. Stay connected. Support scholarships. Explore the Viking Career Network. Join online today at Delmar.edu/alumni for as little as $10 and get a free t-shirt. Show your Viking pride.
Our next guest is an assistant professor of English and the faculty coordinator of developmental education at Delmar College. She holds a bachelor's and a master's degree from Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. Please welcome to Delmar Now, Erica Bertero. Hello.
Hi.
Well, thanks for chatting with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so integrated reading and writing. Can you explain a little bit about what this class is about?
Well, it's a developmental course for our students. It does exactly what it says. It integrates reading and writing into one course, where previously a student may have been used to signing up for a separate reading course, a separate English course, and they have a chance now to take one course and it replaces both.
Okay, so is it going to be dramatically different than if someone had previously taken a reading or a writing course separately?
I do think there are some differences, and it has to do with Delmar's REM levels, because even if you have a reading REM of a 3, which means for your reading skills you're college ready, but you have a writing REM of a 2, you would still have to take the course, because there are no separate courses where you could just go ahead and enroll in the reading, or enroll in the writing rather. So no matter what the REMs look like, 2, 3, 3, 2, the student would enroll in that integrated course.
So if they're already at a 3 at one thing, maybe they'll just get a little extra practice or boosting in those abilities?
Yes, and I'm hoping the students will view it that way. It's positive all the way around no matter what, and it's still one course instead of 2.
Okay, so that may then influence time enrolled in college then as well too, your schedule.
Yes, and that's certainly the point, is to help accelerate the process for students that are enrolled in a developmental course and just need a refresher here or there.
Okay. Why is Delmar going to this new approach to teaching reading and writing?
Delmar is doing this because it is a state mandate that we offer the integrated reading and writing. We have integrated 100% in the English and the reading department this fall semester. The mandate called for 100% integration in the spring, but we worked really hard and we beat their deadline.
So we're ahead of the curve.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so this is actually coming down from the higher powers to be for Delmar to make these changes.
Yes,
okay.
and so it's not just Delmar, it's all 2-year and 4-year colleges that offer the developmental reading and writing at that level.
Okay. What type of students would you see enrolled in this course?
Like we talked about, it could be a student that just needs a refresher in writing, it could be a student that needs the refresher in reading, and it could also be the student that needs the refresher in both. So I anticipate we're going to have many kinds of students in the INRW.
Okay, and so the courses have already been integrated. What's the outlook so far?
The outlook so far, we did have a spring pilot that ran, and we also had summer pilots, which were the 6-week courses instead of the long semester. We don't have too much data just yet. We're learning as we go, and so as faculty in the English and the reading department, we're coming together to talk about what works, what doesn't, but we haven't crunched any numbers yet, okay, because we're still at the beginning of everything.
Are there any other positive benefits of this integrated reading writing course?
We're hoping it will save some students tuition money. It's a 4-hour course instead of 6 hours in 2 different courses. Plus the additional labs that we used to have, those aren't there anymore. The lab is embedded in the course. We're hoping to save students money on books, because you only have to buy 1 or 2 for one course rather than 2 separate sets. And we're hoping to save students time.
Well, those actually sound like great benefits to the reason why to integrate this reading and writing course. So
I think so. I agree.
Yes, so it does make sense then that Delmar is moving in the trend with the state and has done what's required of them. So
yes.
Well, good for our students then.
Yeah, absolutely.
If someone would like to get more information about these reading and writing courses, who should they contact?
There are a number of people they could contact. They could contact me. My extension is 698-1433. They could contact Alan Clark. He's the chair of the English department, 698-1234. Or they could contact the chair of the communication and reading department, and that's Dr. Patricia Walter, and she's at 698-1534.
Okay, great. And if they're questioning what their REM levels are, is that easily found out online, or could they call you with that information as well too?
They could call any one of us. They could ask their advisor, a counselor. If they have questions about the REM levels, all of the information can be found to help place students as best we can.
Perfect. Okay, well, thanks for chatting with us about this information.
Thank you for having me.
Students in the radio and television program are up next with a Delmar Now update. After that, we'll talk with Gil Becerra, Dean of Student Outreach and Enrollment Services at Delmar College. Don't go away.
Plan your next event at Delmar College's Richardson Performance Hall. Our facility accommodates conferences, concerts, religious events, and private parties. We have 3 lounges, balcony elevators, and a convenient drive-up drop-off. For productions, Richardson Performance Hall has more than 1,700 seats and is outfitted with staging, rigging, lighting, and sound capabilities, plus many patron and performer amenities. Book your next event at Richardson Performance Hall. We create dreams, one event at a time. For more information, call 361-698-2228.
Social media is bringing us closer together every day. The CCRTA invites you to stay in touch through any and all of our many pages. Follow us on Facebook for up-to-date news about the city and other issues in public transit. Stay up to date on rider alerts through Twitter. Find route information, maps, and more on our website at ccrta.org. View videos or take our downtown virtual tour on our YouTube page. Or email us with any questions or concerns. Be connected to the Corpus Christi Regional Transportation Authority.
Welcome to this edition of Delmar Now Update. I'm Brandon Pettis.
And I'm Kira Hayes.
An historical groundbreaking took place October 15th at the Delmar College Center for Economic Development. Well over 150 people attended the ceremony, marking the start of construction for KEDT to move its facilities to the Delmar campus. KEDT is funding the nearly $5 million project, with Delmar providing the land through a long-term lease. The 16,000 square feet facility will house KEDT-TV and FM. The project has been in the works since 2006. A performance plaza will be located in front of the Center for Educational Broadcasting. It will be cameras, lights, and audio to provide a venue for live outdoor performances. KEDT is also planning for more presentations from Richardson Performance Hall and Wolf Recital Hall. A 2-year multi-million-dollar contract has been provided to assist individuals to gain a GED certificate. The U.S. Census Bureau estimates that nearly 52,000 Nueces County residents over the age of 18 have not finished high school. That number increases to over 92,000 of the 12-county coastal Bend region. The Texas Workforce Commission Adult Education and Literacy Grant, which is nearly $3.5 million, will help fund Delmar College's GED program. Approximately 3,000 people will be assisted in gaining a GED education. The Delmar's GED instruction program is the largest provider of adult education services in Nueces County. Statistics show that someone with less than a high school diploma earns an average of income of about $18,000 per year. That income rises to $26,000 a year with a high school diploma or GED certificate. Individuals with some college have the median income rise to nearly $33,000. For more information about Delmar's GED program, go online to www.Delmar.edu/GED.
A program addressing employment needs for skilled workers has been developed. Delmar College and the Corpus Christi Army Depot is delivering the Pathways Internship Program. The training of 9 individuals began in September, but the formal signing ceremony took place October 8th. The program is to train electroplaters, a position that refurbishes worn aircraft components such as the transmission or rotor assembly. A half a dozen different helicopters receive this type of maintenance at CCAD. The interns will learn about metallurgy, general chemistry, chemical calculations, along with safety, health, and environment issues. The 1-year program leads to a certificate. 100 people applied for the 9 openings. The current students work 32 hours per week and attend 8 hours of classes weekly. CCAD is the largest helicopter repair facility in the world. Journalism students from Delmar College recently attended the Community College Journalism Association Conference in Texas. The annual conference was held in Tyler. The conference included live contests and contests focusing on previously published works. The students returned with 18 awards. There were several first-place awards given to the students. Tara Elwell placed first in Sports Feature Photo. Kaylee Bank took first in Headlines, and Michael Diamante placed first in an editorial cartoon. The 3 second-place finishes were in Magazine Cover Design, Sports Action Photo, and Feature Photo. The competition was against other strong journalism programs at community colleges such as Amarillo, Austin, San Antonio, and Tarrant County.
Long hours are spent by students doing studies in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics known as STEM. These hours have paid off for 28 Delmar College STEM students who have received scholarships ranging from $600 to $3,000. The scholarships are funded by the National Science Foundation. The awards are based on grade point average of 3.0 or higher, full-time enrollment, and also unmet financial needs. The STEM grant coordinator, Dr. Laura Parr, says the goal of the scholarship program is to allow STEM students to concentrate on their studies. The application deadline for spring 2015 is January 31st. For more information about the program, go online to www.Delmar.edu/STEM.
4 community and technical college partners will share an $825,000 grant. The grant is from the National Science Foundation. Delmar College is receiving $80,000 of the grant to help train students in spatial thinking activities. Specifically, the project will engage science, technology, engineering, and mathematics students to visualize, manipulate, and solve 3D application problems. The goal of the project is to prove university-level spatial thinking skills can be adapted and tested at the 2-year college level. Professor of Computer Science Philip Davis says students and faculty will receive a stipend for participation. Other colleges involved in the project are located in Virginia, Illinois, and Connecticut.
That's this edition of Delmar Now Update. I'm Brandon Pettis.
And I'm Kira Hayes. Stay tuned for more Delmar Now.
I spent the day in the shade of a tree, thinking how we best to spend this precious time that we've been given. I came to thinking that the best use of my time would be with you.
Just imagine the places we can go together. Delmar College. Dreams delivered.
Oh, 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 oh.
For more information about Delmar Now, log on to www.delmar.edu/now. If you have questions, comments, or suggestions to help us improve Delmar Now, send an email to now@delmar.edu.
Our final guest is the Dean of Student Outreach and Enrollment Services at Delmar College. He holds a bachelor's degree from the University of Texas at Austin and a master's degree from Our Lady of the Lake University. He's been with Delmar College since the fall of 2011. Please welcome back to Delmar Now, Gil Becerra.
Hi.
Hi, well thanks for being again on the show.
Thanks for having me, I appreciate it.
Yes. Okay, so tell us what students have to go through for the advising process in order to register for classes.
Sure. You know, the most important part of it is making sure that your application is complete, because that's going to create a barrier for students to register. And so students need to make sure that they've submitted their application on Apply Texas, that they've submitted their final high school transcript or GED, and that they've taken the placement examination, which is the new TSI requirement, which actually requires now a student to complete what's called a pre-assessment activity, which is added about 45 minutes onto the examination. And if the student is 21 years of age or younger, they also need to submit proof of meningitis vaccination.
Okay.
Yeah.
Students that maybe who are interested in applying to Delmar College, they complete the admission process, but they don't actually enroll that semester. Is that admission application still valid for the next semester?
Good for 1 year.
Good for 1 year.
Good for 1 year, right.
Okay.
Good for 1 year, so we'll keep it on file. And so if the student comes back, we don't have to re-begin the process. They're already in our system as a complete student.
Well, that makes it easier for
them.
Definitely. Okay, why is it important for a student to go see an advisor, though?
Geez, you know, I had a faculty member tell me one time the worst advisor is yourself. You know, it's really important to make sure and speak with a content expert in your area who knows the degree plan that you're working with, who knows a little bit about what some of your future plans may be, and they can help guide you, you know, because we have over 250 programs, all with very specific requirements. And so definitely having somebody who's an instructor, faculty advisor in that area is going to make sure you take, you know, biology for pre-meds and not biology for somebody who wants to teach history. So, you know, those kinds of things are very important. They can add time onto your degree if you take the wrong class, and as well as money also.
That makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely. If a student wants to take just some classes and hasn't really selected a major, who would they go to for help on that?
A lot of those students are going to come through our area in the Harvin Center, in the Student Enrollment Center, or on the West Campus in the Coleman Center at the Student Enrollment Center. And so it's the liberal arts advising area. And so that's really for students who are a little bit undecided about what direction they want to go, or they're completing prerequisite courses or trying to get up to the point where they can apply into a selective admissions program. And so we have some students who come in, they're not aware of what they want to do, and we've recently brought on a new technology called Focus 2, and what it is, it's a career exploration software that's tied to all of the Delmar College programs. So they complete the inventory and they can say, oh, you know what, these programs on the West Campus or East Campus are probably 3 or 4 different options that you might be a good fit with.
Oh, fabulous. So they can kind of, if they are out of left field on what to do, we can give them a little bit of guidance in terms of career options and then how that would match to the degree program.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Okay. What about students who are interested in majoring in 2 different things or getting 2 different associate's degrees? Would they see an advisor in each one of those programs, or is that something that you could assist them to?
It depends. We can assist them to a certain extent, but you know, it really depends. If you're looking at 2 programs in allied health or 2 programs in industrial technology, or if you're looking at an industrial technology technology and an arts and sciences program, then yeah, you're probably going to need separate advising.
STARS. And,
right.
Yeah. Different kind of things.
Yeah.
When seeing an advisor for the first time, does the student need to bring any sort of documentation with them?
You know what? We recommend to always make sure that they bring a copy of their transcript, because what happens is when students apply and they're transfer students specifically, they may be bringing work from another college or another university, and so that work to be evaluated and put onto their student's record usually takes somewhere between 6 and 8 weeks, which is pretty standard. And so if a student shows up before that time, there's a chance that it may not be in the system. However, one of the catch-alls we have for that is that when a student does apply and submit their transcript, we make a imaged copy of it. We scan an image of it. And so faculty or advisors are able to bring that up and look at it. But again, sometimes, you know, systems go down or access is prohibited. And so it's good to have just a paper copy there with you so that you can say, you know what, I did do 1301 at this other school, or I took whatever course. And also if you want to petition for credit, you know, because we're going to evaluate the transcript and bring in what's recognized as a equivalent to our courses. But if there's a math course or biology course that we don't have, but the curriculum though matches it with something that we do have, you can petition and you can request credit for that course.
And that's something they could do through your office?
Through the registrar's office. Yeah, through my area, yeah.
Okay, okay. And when does advising for the spring semester begin?
They're already doing pre-advising already, yeah. So students, we kind of changed the academic calendar a little bit, so we have now what's called an open pre-advising time. So, you know, we have students that are going to the departments and speaking with faculty. We're trying to push up the timeline, you know, so that faculty and advisors are not bombarded as soon as we open registration. You know, the first week in November, first week in April. You know, we want to make it so that the student is front loading and getting all the information they need so that they're able to go back to WebDMC and register online. And WebDMC actually has a function where they have a very similar to Amazon, where they have a cart. And they can put in the classes that they want into the cart, and then as soon as registration opens, they're able to hit register, and it'll pop those courses, you know, it'll register the student for the courses.
Very user-friendly.
Yeah, very user-friendly.
Okay, where can people get more information about enrolling at Delmar College?
Several different places. You can call our enrollment centers on both the East and West campus at 698-1290 for East and 698-1741 for West. You can also email us at enroll@Delmar.edu, and then you can also go to the website and click on Becoming a Student.
Okay. Well, thanks, Gil, for taking time out of your busy schedule.
Thank you for having me here. Appreciate it.
If you'd like more information about Delmar Now, you can find it online at www.delmar.edu/now. Next month, instructor of culinary arts, Chef Randy Foote, will be here showing us how to prepare some holiday dishes. You won't want to miss that. Until then, I'm Amy Mintz for Delmar Now. Thanks for watching.